In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about improving the rib flare appearance with Pectus Excavatum. So Pectus Excavatum, obviously the sunken chest, what it's most commonly known for, also makes your ribs flare out, okay? And for me, I found the rib flare, having like a milder case of the sunken chest, I found the rib flare upset me more and was something I was more self-conscious of than the sunken chest itself. Especially when I was like wearing a shirt and you could see my ribs and that like belly, and it almost made me look fat through my shirt, like it sucked. And so I think my rib flare improvement has been one of the best things that I was able to improve. Now my rib structure is still flared, okay? I don't want you to think like my rib structure has drastically changed. I do think it may have changed, but there's no science to really support that, you know, exercise can change that. So I don't like to preach it. But what I do think has helped is, firstly, developing my pecs. So my pecs protrude more than my ribs, okay? Once you get that, then when you're in a shirt, you know, the shirt's gonna fit to your chest and then go down. So developing the pecs, so the separation from the pecs and the ribs, helps a lot. So that's the first thing you gotta do, is gain some good chest muscle size. Two is getting shredded and lean and muscular, okay? When you're shredded, when you have lower body fat, then you're gonna have abs and you're gonna have definition of the lower chest from the ribs and that separation. So that's another very important thing. Number three is actually developing ab and oblique muscle. So you want to actually develop them. You don't just want skinny guy abs. You know, by training them, you actually get them to have more shape and size, and therefore they pop at higher body fat. So it's more sustainable to have that, and therefore they actually have more shape and size and more structure, which makes the rib flare less noticeable as well. Like, rather than having bony ribs, if you have abs, you know, that makes a massive difference. But then another very important thing is learning to control your ribs and also your pelvis, okay? And so there's some exercises that can help with that, as well as like mindfulness and you know, practicing rib control, okay? So for a lot of my clients, when I get them to flex in their progress photos and like teaching them how to flex and also control their ribs, just so they can go to the beach, you know, before they finish their transformation and feel more confident by flexing. Because that can help a lot, is like actually just flexing and holding your ribs down will make the pectus look way better instantly. But a lot of you guys don't know how to actually hold your ribs down. Okay, so you got to flex, and you flex like that. So you don't want to flex with you flaring your ribs. You want to breathe through. So it's almost like breathe out and control them down, hold them down, okay? That's a really important cue. So breathing out will really help kind of engage that, and then think about holding them in, okay? So learning to hold your ribs in, I think, helps a lot. So many people, what they do, they have the ribs flaring and they're also in anterior pelvic tilt, okay? And that's accentuating that like pot belly rib flare appearance. And there's like no strength, there's no core stability, and they're just so weak in their core, and they walk around like this, and they've got really tight hips. And so it's just, it really accentuates the pectus and the rib flare all in one. And so some exercises that'll help you learn how to control your pelvis, how to control your core, how to engage your ribs, is something like a hollow body hold. That's a great exercise. It's very simple. You can lie down and do it now. And that will teach you to you can't have your lower back arching, otherwise your lower back's gonna get really sore when you do this, and you're not gonna be engaging your abs. So it's gonna teach you to keep your lower back flat, your pelvis tucked, and your ribs down, okay? So that's a great exercise to, one, build your core strength, build your abs, and also teach you that pelvic control, that rib control. Another one I love is an alternating dead bug. Super simple. This will teach you mindfulness with your ribs, with your pelvis. It also works your obliques a little bit as well, because you're going alternating. So your right arm's extending as your left leg's also extending. So it's working your obliques a little bit more as well. So I really love an alternating dead bug as well. It's a great foundational ab exercise. And it's a great exercise for teaching you how to control your ribs and control your pelvis, as I said before. The other thing I love to do in terms of like actually developing your abs is like a cable oblique twist. Obviously, when we're working out with weights, we're adding load, okay? And then people go and train their abs and they just do body weight exercises, but we want exercises that add load as well. And a cable oblique twist, it really works your obliques, which I think is important for the rib flare. It's something I did a lot, and you know, I've been able to completely overcome my rib flare. So that's my biggest tips on improving the rib flare. There are 3 great exercises you should be doing. You've also got to build your pecs. You've also got to get lean. You've got to work on your diet, okay? Body fat, that all comes down to calories and protein and a good diet. But that's how you're going to improve that appearance. If you want ab workouts, nutrition programming, workouts for building your chest, a coach who's going to oversee everything for you to get a great transformation, that's what I do. So if you're interested, go to my website, fixpectus.com. Link will be in the description. Then you can learn more about my coaching service. You can apply and then book a call with me so I can meet you. That's the first step to getting started. And I look forward to meeting you and coaching you through this process.